Hello guys, I would try to make a video about Anki. Previously 2016 I made a video for which I got a very good positive feedbacks. So I decided to do a new video to explain throughoutly how I use Anki during my step 1 preparation, my CK preparation, and thankfully I got my USMLE certificate today as a foreign medical graduate. So let's explain by showing the website. So if you type Anki on Google, you will see the on the top. So when you open the website, you can download the application. I already downloaded the application. So there are different ways to study first aid, but the most efficient way to learn is active learning. What does active learning mean? Listening and reading, those are passive learning, but making questions and flashcards, those are active learning, because your brain works hard to answer the questions so that you don't forget. So flashcards is prepared, this flashcards is prepared by first aid authors. So what they did is they made a flashcards for every single knowledge on the first aid. So everything in the first aid is a high yield. So we have no chance to miss. We should not miss any knowledge here. So these flashcards comprehend all the knowledge in the first aid. So this application will help you to memorize new things in a specific, in a short term. Okay, for example, you want to study a subject. Let's study endocrinology. So what we need to do is we just click the endocrine deck and then make a custom studies session. So let's see. So what we say study by card, state and time, all cards in random order, and we should type the amount of the selected amount of card more than the cards inside of the deck. So choose tag and then OK. So what we made right now, we made a custom study session which include 544 flashcards. So this application will help you to, let's see, for example, you see the questions and then you try to answer. If you can't answer, you see the answer, and they also give the first aid page of the answer so that you can refer to the first aid and you can also get familiar with the whole throughout first aid. So you can read the answer and you can try to also read the first aid chapter from here. Then you can say, I want to see this again. So you can say again. In 1 minute, the question will be repeated so that you can answer. If you can't answer still, you can say again. And if you can answer but you want to grasp it, you can say repeat in 10 minutes. Or you can even adjust the time interval. Let me show you that. Options. So if you come back to custom study session and if you click the options, you're gonna see the steps. So you can make a custom steps. For example, I want to see the shortest time interval is 4 minutes and the middle time interval is 40 minutes, and then the last one is no interval, because the last one means you already memorize. For example, what's the embryologic origin of the thyroid gland? It is floor of the primitive franks. So for example, and then question comes, if you know the answer, if you can able to answer the question, you can say if you want to grasp it, you can say good. So 40 minutes later you're gonna see the same questions and you can answer. If you can't answer the questions, the flashcard, you can say again. And if you memorized already, you can say easy. By this way, you can finish which was it? It was endocrinology. You can finish all endocrinology in 3 to 4 days if you study dedicated. So after you finish the endocrinology, you can say delete the custom study session. So all the flashcards will come back to the endocrine session. So you can finish all the first aid the chapter by chapter. So but while you finish in the first aid chapter by chapter, you need to revise by spaced repetition method. What does spaced repetition means? Spaced repetition means you make for example, let me show you. Spaced repetition means you need to revise any knowledge that you learn in a certain amounts of period of times, progressively increasing. For example, sorry, it's a little bit slow. So you study endocrinology. You study endocrine in 3 days. Okay. Then you started renal and you finish in 2 days. So after 2 days you need to revise endocrine. Okay. Which gonna takes 2 days because it will get easier. So after 2 days you need to revise renal 2 days, maybe 1 day even. So you need to add something and you need to fill this gap. For example, I will say neuro, which gonna take, for example, 4 days. So after that you can add a new subject, for example, respiratory, which gonna take 2 days. Then you can say neuro, 2 days. Then you need to revise endocrine as well. You need to go back all the time. Then respiratory, then renal. By doing this, you can grasp every single flashcards and you can memorize everything in the first aid. So, but first aid is not enough for your exam. So what you need to do, sometimes you need to make your own flashcards. Let me give you an example. For example, okay. So what can you do is you can add a deck. You can create a deck. Sorry. So while you are studying from first aid or any other sources, if you see any knowledge that you want to learn, you can say, for example, you can create a deck and you can say new card from X Cuba, okay? And when you learn new things, okay, I made that, okay, here. So I can make up my own card. So for example, if you see a knowledge on Wikipedia, and then it is about, for example, sorry, it's about hyperkalemia, and so you want to see that normal potassium level between 3.5 to 5 millimole levels. You can copy this knowledge and then you can make your own flashcards. Here you can paste it, and then you can make this one like this. Okay, so remove this one, and you can make here. So when I add these flashcards to my deck, I can study now. So whenever you learn new things aside from first aid, you can make your own flashcards and study by them, for example. So normal potassium level between blah 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 and 5 within level of hyperkalemia, and then they're gonna ask now we made 3 flashcards by ourselves. So this is the brief explanation of how I use Anki throughout my preparations for step 1, for step 2. So it's very useful. Even learning language, if you wanna type some words, you can repeat those words and memorize them. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope to make more video in the future about the step preparations. Okay, bye bye.